Hey there, fellow coders. Welcome back to Coding Hub, your go-to source for programming knowledge. And today we are diving into a fundamental aspect of C programming, taking user input. But before we jump into the fascinating world of scanf and user interaction, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's get started on this coding journey together. So let us begin with the code. So firstly, we are basically importing, all the necessary library using this bits std c++.h statement. And this statement basically, imports all the necessary header files which are required. Now after this, what we'll be having this using namespace std. Now this basically means that it is used to indicate that the names from the C++ standard library or STL are part of the current scope. Now after this we are having this void user input function which will be returning nothing. That's why we are having a void over here. After this we are having these two statements which are basically used to open files. Now we'll be opening input.txt and output.txt in read and write format. So input.txt will be in read and output.txt will be in write format. Now we are also specifying that the compiler that you have to use this file as an input file and this will be the standard output file. Okay, now we are basically calling this user input function and then we are having the return 0. Okay, now let us begin with the code over here. Now for this what we can do, we can simply consider a character array of name and then we can specify the length of the character which will be 50. Now after this, we will be simply coming over here and we can simply say printf, then we can say enter your name, and then we can basically have a new line over here and a semicolon, and we can simply ask the user for an input using this scanf function. Now over here we'll be basically specifying the character array. Okay, now let us see what is happening over here. So this is a basic string format which is indicating input string will be of string type, or we can say a string, and then we are basically assigning that string to this name character array. Okay, now we can simply print this and we can have like welcome. Okay, and then we'll be having this type and then we can simply pass name. Okay, now it will be printf over here. Okay, and then we'll be having a semicolon over here. And now if we build this code, before that we have to pass a name. We can simply say coding hub over here, and now if we compile this code, see we are getting welcome coding. The main problem over here is that this this percentage s, okay, or this scanf will basically it will be taking an input without spaces. Okay, so we have to remove this space from here, and we'll be seeing more techniques where you can even consider this that particular space. For this you can refer to our upcoming videos. For that you can subscribe to the channel right now. Now we can build this code again, and this time we are getting this welcome coding hub. Let us see one more example. Over here we can be having a variable like int a, b, and then we can have c. Okay, so these are our three variables. Now we can simply say that print f, and we can have a string over here, enter your two numbers. Okay, and then the user will be entering his two numbers. For this we can simply say scanf, and in this we'll be having %d. Now this d basically specifies that the input or the input string will be of integer. Okay, and then we can basically have the two ones which will be and a and b. Okay, now what is this and? So this and basically it provides the address of a to scanf. So scanf can particularly store the a value to particular address, which is basically the address of a. Okay, so this is basically used to to understand the address of a, so it can be told to scanf, so scanf can understand where to store this particular user input in. Okay, now we'll be having another statement over here, and we can simply say that sum equals %d, and then we can have a plus b over here. And if we are having a semicolon over here, then we can simply compile this code. And before this we have to provide in two numbers. We can have 12, then we can have 10. Okay, and now if we simply build this code, we are getting the sum, which is 22. So this is how you basically take user input in C, and we'll be discussing more about this in our upcoming videos. Till then, you can subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you never miss any update from us. Till then, have a great coding journey ahead.